Hey friends, welcome back to the AI Empowered series, the complete guide to AI for your personal and professional lives. Today we're going to be talking about how we can actually integrate AI into our specific professional role. So we've talked a lot about fundamentals of using AI and getting better results. But now I want to really talk about how to tailor it specifically to what you are doing in your role. So this is a really key piece to unlocking that potential in your own life and to create that competitive advantage for you in your career so that you can protect your role, that you can excel in your role, so that you can be the most powerful professional that you can possibly be. So in this video, I want to talk about this customization approach. It transforms AI from like this generic tool to really this collaboration partner that is suited directly to you and your needs. All the best professionals that I've met have really tuned into how they work and how AI can get involved into their workflows. And so that just amplifies their natural capabilities. And that's exactly what I want to try to impart on you today. So in this video, you'll master industry-specific specializations of how to tailor AI into those different areas and transform it into that really capable partner in your career. So most people, I think, generally use AI in a general term, but it's really that next step of doing everything we've done in the previous modules and applying it to your specific use cases so that you can unlock the power that AI has and actually impact your life. So there's an industry specialization framework that I like to think about with this, and that is really to have a systemic approach to transforming AI to fit your needs. So look at industry context integration, build a comprehensive knowledge base of your job, your company, your role, what your department acts as, and special regulations, terminology, industry standards, and start to build this database of important information that AI needs about what you're doing to better serve your needs. Now, I want to just quickly note that when you're working with general public AI, you need to be very careful about the information that you're giving it. So don't give it sensitive information or data like customer records, real financial data, things like that. If you're going to be working with that information, make sure that you're going through proper channels within your organization with approved tools that are meant to handle those different data sets safely and securely. Moving on, role-specific customizations. Give AI your job description, all the extra capabilities within your role, who you speak to, who you report to, who you manage, all of these considerations so it understands where you're coming from in your role. Then start to give it workflows and an understanding of what your workflows are. So break down the different tasks that you do, break down the tasks into step-by-step processes, and build that context so you can plug it into an LLM chat. And so it knows exactly the step-by-step process that you take to complete the tasks that you're meant to do. And then finally, add in a part of yourself, your sort of competitive intelligence, your domain knowledge, the thing that you especially bring to your role that nobody else does. And this is really important to set yourself and your AI output apart from others because AI, I like to think of as like this mirror, contains all of the information that humanity has built and put onto the internet, essentially, or digitized. And you're able to reflect yourself against that mirror. And what you get back is going to be different than everybody else. So think of how you interact with AI as your competitive advantage. I really want you to be empowered by this idea that you are unique in the way that you approach things, that you think about things, that you act on things, what you write in your prompts and the things that you provided, all are building towards a better use and a more powerful use of AI than your competitors. So that's really your advantage in this situation, to bring as much of yourself as you can into this whole equation. And I think that you'll find that you're just able to enhance your capabilities even more. So this specialization process, you really need to map AI directly to yourself, your role, your company, your industry, everything that we've just talked about for giving it context. So map that context into a document for your industry and everything I just mentioned, so that you can use that in different ways as you go on your AI journey. I think identifying the applications that you use is equally important, because you use a special set of tools in what you do. It may be Microsoft Office Suite, it might be Power BI, data visualization, it could be multimedia applications, it could be any digital tool that you have access to that really enables you to do your job. Well, map those out and understand where AI can fit into these things. A lot of tools are already adding AI functionality within them. So this is a rapidly emerging space. And by the time you watch this video, I'm sure things will have changed, but the fundamentals will remain the same. You need to understand how AI can use the tool or become a part of your process using the tool, so that you can leverage this power within the tools that you use. Another area is custom framework development. So you have a very specific workflow, and there are a lot of unwritten rules that you have about the things that you do to get the quality that you are used to getting. So really try to examine yourself and understand how you customize your own process, your own ways of working, and bring those into the AI so it understands why you do those things and how it can do those things to produce similar output as you. You really want to use this as leverage so you can differentiate your AI use from others. Because I guarantee you have other ways of doing things than even a professional in the same role. And then you really should try to integrate that competitive advantage. Develop your own proprietary workflows with AI. Document how you're using it and really try to suit its needs to you. This is where you can diverge from some of those more organizational wide templates that we talked about. Those are more for organizational capabilities, but you can build your own ways of working that protect the output quality that only you can produce because of how you do things. This is a very important piece for individual intellectual property with AI, to really own the process. You can have it available for others to use if that's what you want, but understand that your unique way of working can be mapped onto AI and enhanced with AI. So lean into that, and I think you'll find that the output that you produce will be better. It'll blow people's minds, and it'll make people think, we need them. I think it's a big part of AI moving into the future. The labor market is going to be disrupted by AI, and organizations are going to want to keep people who use AI effectively and really have that competitive advantage over other employees that maybe don't think about it in the same exact way. I want to talk more about diving deeper into your role and how you map your role into an AI process. Well, professional AI specialization requires comprehensive domain knowledge that you can apply into your prompt engineering, your context engineering, your templates, your iterative refinement. All of these areas that we've developed, you need to have that solid, strategic, and expert foundation before you apply it into AI in order to get that really professional output. I truly believe that experts with AI are going to be much, much more powerful than a novice with AI who's trying to use AI as an expert. There's just so much that they don't know about what they don't know because they're not an expert in that area, that it's very easy to get lost trying to be an expert when you're not. So really take that expert knowledge and amplify it. with AI. So look at the terminology that you're using. Create comprehensive glossaries of industry-specific terms, jargon, the sort of voice that you have to use in your role in order for people to better understand exactly what you're doing and be an effective communicator. Look at the regulatory integrations, really understand the limits in which you're working within, maybe in a compliance or regulatory framework, and give AI that information so that it operates within that as well. This next one is really important. Workflow documentation. Really map out how you do things and break them down into much smaller steps than you think. And you'll start to uncover all these little hidden rules that you have for yourself in the way that you work. Start to figure out where AI can actually take over some of these things so that you can do things faster and better, but also just integrate AI into the most important areas that you bring your own creativity and just strategic thinking to, so you can amplify those capabilities as well. And then finally, stakeholder understanding. You work with a system of people and organizational structures that it doesn't quite understand unless you explicitly tell AI what context are you working within and what do you need to give to other people or produce for other people so that you are completing your tasks in your job, so that you're excelling in your career and moving forward. If you give it these things, it's going to understand better what context it's operating within and what it can do to meet those people at their needs. So you have the framework for mapping out the context onto your role. Now try to look at industry analysis to conduct an idea of where AI is in your field. Where are people operating with AI right now? At least create that baseline of understanding so that you know where things are going in your industry so that you can compete at that baseline. I want you to take it a step further though. Really work on how your custom framework is setting yourself apart from that baseline. Develop your ways of working with AI and be transparent about that you have this proprietary method, that this is your competitive advantage, and you can clearly see it in the AI output that you work with. Be transparent about your AI use. Let people know, look, I used AI, but I'm proud of this output because I put this really thoughtful approach into it. I did it faster and better and with a way better output than anyone else has seen because of the way that you did this. So I just urge you to integrate that competitive advantage mindset into everything that you do in your job, but implement like specialized applications within your role with AI so that the people in your network can see the value that you're driving. I also urge you to capture value in quantitative ways. So understand where you were before using AI so that you can track your productivity gains, your quality gains, and even your gains with revenue growth or reduced cost, things like this within your organization. So you can prove the value that you bring by using AI in your job. And then I wouldn't be a Nico video if I didn't touch on continuous improvement. Be transparent about how you are improving with AI. Really talk about your use, your growth, and regularly update and refine the sort of capabilities that you have developed in your career. You don't want to just set and forget these workflows or these practices because tools change, things change. You always want to be open to doing things better. And AI really is moving quickly. So you're going to have to stay with your finger on the pulse of this technological advancement so that you can continue that competitive advantage. So this transformation from an expert to a master is really all about how you're integrating AI directly into your life, meeting your needs. And this can be done on a personal and professional level. So I would really urge you to self-reflect on you, your values, the way you do things, who you are. You'll learn a lot about yourself, but you'll also be able to give AI much more context that is useful to you and that actually drives the change that you want to see by using AI. Implementing these industry-specific, very personal use cases immediately creates this differentiation from the next person using AI. And I think that's a really powerful idea to take forward just in technology use in general. Use the power that you have at your fingertips in today's modern age to really set yourself apart. I hope you learned something. I hope you feel empowered by this session because it's a really key piece to differentiating yourself. AI is amazing because it's a really accessible, powerful technology. It can maybe feel like everybody has access to the same capabilities, but it's really not true. I promise you that you are special. You bring something unique to the table. You can do things in a way that is different and better than others based on your specific needs. So really try to develop this by not judging yourself against others, but to really understand where you are and where you want to be and have AI help you get there. I promise it will be able to if you use these sort of approaches and foundational knowledge that I'm talking to you about today. So I really hope you gained something from this. Take a look at the description below for more links to information about myself, for access on some of the books that I've written on these topics, how to integrate AI into our lives, and to also just join our community. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments about how your approach to AI is helping you. Maybe some of the frustrations you've had in your life with AI and maybe how you've overcome them if you have, or maybe how something you learned today might really impact the way that you move forward with AI. I really look forward to hearing about your journey, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Thanks.